www.DESIblitz.com.
My dad and my grandmother used to say that you should always follow your passion. You might find a lot of things interesting in your life, but always follow what is passionate. And then on top of that, my grandmom used to teach painting and all in the palace. Okay, so there was these beautiful Raja Ravivarma paintings, reproductions she would get from there. Then they always used to reflect the mythology, all the pictures and stories, Then of course, because I used to sketch, my grandmother used to say that, oh, awesome. Yeah, this is an original painting, so we're going to put it as an original painting. So I knew it's an original painting. When my dad taught me photography, he said the original is a negative. This is a print that you're having. And now we have a digital camera where it's a copy, So image capture might have remained, but the way image capture is happening has always changed and will always change. In all creative aspects, 1 plus 1 has to be 3. Or maybe if you throw a handful of rice, it can be 100. So the answer is what you make out of it. It is not there. If you do 1:1, then you're just recording something, or you're not actually putting yourself into the whole thing. So if you're in a relationship, then 1 plus 1 becomes 3, or things like that. So it has to always be a multiple of what you are.
What has been your favorite camera to use and why?
I think someone told a long time back, the best camera is the one you have. I didn't say it, someone said. And I really think it's true. Right now it's a phone. I think it's amazing because it's always with you. And it's up to you how you want to use it actually. As a kid, now before you learn to read and write, you actually learned how to take a picture with the phone. But that was also something not so good because we used to sketch. So when you sketch something, you have to observe the face very nicely. You study all the nuances and the little details. So that is a different experience altogether, yeah.
And what has been the most challenging shot for you to take till now?
I don't know. All of them are very challenging, I guess, yeah. But sometimes I think, sometimes when you wait for things to happen, like, you want to capture the first snowfall and things like that. So it becomes, in Tahan actually, it was very interesting. I want to do that. Or you want to capture, like the film in Ashoka, I want to capture when all these dead bodies are there, the sun is rising and the moon is setting, those kind of timing. And I want to make all that work together, because when people die, it's not just the relatives who are crying, it is also the sun and the moon and everything is, and all what you thought you actually conquered or bought, you realize that I bought so much land, but the fact is that the land just gave it to you for some time, that's all, at the end of it, nothing is yours actually, like that.
In your opinion, what makes good cinema?
I think it's very personal actually. Some people can find a very bad film very appealing because it has touched some personal chord in them. But mostly when you discuss, there is also the mass cinema where as an experience you would like to go and see a film. It's just like everyone becomes very friendly to each other. If I'm seeing a very sports film where someone is winning, then I don't mind the next guy coughing or laughing too much. But if I'm seeing something very serious, then I have a problem with him laughing or I don't like him or something like that. So every film has its own kind of an audience. So it's what you enjoy actually. Yeah.
So you've worked with Mani Ratnam.
Yeah.
How has that experience been?
Mani Ratnam has been, it was actually a very rewarding kind of an experience because the fact is that when you work with them, it's like working in Discovery Channel, You end up traveling to all sorts of places, seeing things at all sorts of different times, and always, everything becomes more and more interesting, and then they will have a conversation, how we're going to make it different. I always realize that the most beautiful things in nature or in everything is when things are fleeting, Means they are not there for a long time. You have to quickly take it because then only that little, it's like someone is flirting with you almost, Like this rains happen and suddenly it disappears and the silver streak of sunlight comes and it's beautiful and it's gone, So I love trying to capture that and doing a whole scene in that, or when the night gives way to the day or day gives way to the night, or the seasons change. So all these I find very fascinating and every time is different. So the world is able to, surprise you every time with fantastic things. So you have to get up very early, 5:30 in the morning. You get up, then you see everything in a very black and white kind of a phase. Then the soft light comes and the colors start to come out, and then the bright light comes, and then it has to dance out. So everything is it's like a dance almost. Yeah.
What are your projects in the future? Like
No, I'm just completing a film, Tamil film with Surya is acting along with Manoj Bajpayee and Vishal, Vidyut Jamal. And after that, I'm of course directing a Hindi film. I've not yet named it actually, but so I'll tell you actually. Yeah.